Mount Rainier in the distance. There are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The Seahawks at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around. I expect them to play really well here.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Horton. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Price.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The 6-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
Arroyo, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
Working to put a drive together. First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. You talk about this Seahawk defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
They're at the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you have to say that they've underachieved.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw. Fields. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now it's Fields. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Short throw taken in by Tonjes.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Throwing again is Fields. And again, it's caught by Tonjes.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Touchdown, 49ers! Justin Fields, 34 yards. And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
2nd and 11. Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
You look at this Niner defense.
They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Fields. That's complete to Pearsall.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jobe.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll run on 1st down with Price.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Jack Campbell running him down behind the line.
Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go. And now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
Second and 13.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it.
That is an unforced error there that takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go play action here on first down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Seahawks. First down.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here.
Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton. And oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 13.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Here's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Here's Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
9-yard gain on the play.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And he's going to have a Niners first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
And Worry on the stop. A gain of 5. First down, San Francisco.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And we'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
To throw is Fields.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Fields now to throw.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
Now inside the 25.
And down to the 16-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves him with options here on 2nd and just a yard.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but You know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Fields changing the play.
Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
I know one thing, the team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now a first carry for their fullback. Well, he's trying to plow ahead, but I don't think he got there. He did it. That's a safety. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Looking to put a drive together.
Out of the gun, Fields.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 60 yards.
And the 49ers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The 49ers will
Fields trying to throw for it.
Being chased out left. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal.
17. Seahawks 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
San Francisco.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
2nd and 15.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
JSN, as he's known everywhere around the league, was the Offensive Player of the Year in 2025 with nearly 1,800 yards receiving. Why is he so dominant? Terrific combination of route running and hands.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The Lions move there, look like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Over the middle, he finds a roller.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
That's another
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Seahawks have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Now Fields.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I understand that this quarterback wants to protect the football, but he's got to push the ball down the field. That completion doesn't do much for them as they try to make a comeback.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They snap it to Fields.
He's going to let this one go deep.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
On 1st down, here's Price.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, you're trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped, surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
Hey, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Back to throw. Fields. There's a short one caught by Tonjes.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
First down, 49ers.
Operating from the gun, Fields.
Short throw taken in by Tonjes.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Again, Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice, long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that will wound up incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Now it's Fields.
And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and, of course, a special player.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down times. They've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Second and 9 from the 44. Quickly out to Shaheed.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 56 yards.
And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
49ers 17. Michael Dixon, the kickoff.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields. Over the middle, it's complete.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here comes 2nd down. A shotgun snap, Fields.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
1st down, San Francisco.
Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Another try after the 1st down sack.
Fields.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.